Hey everybody, welcome back. This is episode number 18, and it is still on Power Rangers The Audio Drama, Season 2, Episode 5, The Shadows and the Light. That episode is about 30 minutes long, and it is pretty much about the Lord Zedd's team of Rangers. Getting your look at the whole team, even though the U.S. Army thinks it is their team of Rangers. And all in all, it is Rita's team of Rangers. Yes, I know, a lot of who's who isn't really team of Rangers. It's Lord Zedd's coins being controlled by Rita, being used by the U.S. Army. Yeah. It gets all up in your head, doesn't it? I think Carl did it pretty well on that, instead of having Lord Zedd just go out and get his own team of Rangers and having them fight the Rangers and the U.S. government at the same time. And definitely love the fact that they're not in the less than Temu costumes. If you ever saw the episode of Power Rangers where Lord Zedd formed his team of Rangers, you know exactly what I'm talking about. Those suits were horrible. But in this case, they are using the Ninjetti coins. So you have your White Falcon, your Red Bear, your Red Ape, Yellow Bear, Blue Wolf, and Black Frog. Now these are, with the exception of Catherine being the White Falcon, these are all original characters. Now if you're thinking, what about the Pink Crane? Don't even think about that right now. That power and a whole power shift will happen in Season 3. But as for this team and Catherine being the White Falcon, if you ever seen the Super Sentai that these Rangers are based off of, you would know they get the Shogun Megazords first, unlike the American version in Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Season 3, when they get the Animal Zords first. Now, this episode pretty much starts with us getting introduced to the Black Frog Ninjetti Ranger, or as they are being called by the Army and Rita and Lord Zedd, the Shadow Rangers. Hence why this episode is called The Shadows and the Light. Because we get a pretty good look at Tommy's powers also. And we get to see his Tiger Megazord later on. Now Tommy also gets kicked out of Kimberly's house by her dad, who also doesn't live there anymore. And Tommy's mother comes with Kimberly's dad to make Tommy go back home, because of the whole fact that she wants him home. So that whole spill from the last episode, Kimberly's, sorry, I keep saying Kimberly's mom because the whole bit from the last season, but Tommy's mom was like, finally had a moment to sit down, think about everything, and was like, screw this. Both of my sons are Rangers. And Tommy can come home. He's a White Ranger now, so people's not going to know it's him in the suit. He can stay home, and nobody know he's going to be here. So he's going to be safe. Well, when he goes home, Kimberly calls up the other Rangers of the original team and is telling them what happened between her dad, Tommy, and his mom. And Jason's just pretty much like, okay, whatever. And Kimberly's making a statement like, hey, you can move back in. Because I know it seemed kind of weird that he was here, so you didn't want to be here. But you can move back in. And he's like, no, I'm just trying to forget everything. I'm taking a break from being a Ranger. I'm just going to stay away from Angel Grove. And then they all get a communicator call from Zordon because the 3 at this moment, Shadow Rangers, are breaking into a lab in Russia. Why are they breaking into a lab in Russia? Because Rita discovered they are making let me phrase that. They have made 2 superhumans, twin girls, and she wants them to be Power Rangers. Because we know this powers already makes regular humans superpowered. So imagine what these powers are going to do to a superhuman. I mean, hang on, I'm getting a phone call. I need to stop that. Okay, there you go. So imagine what these suits or these powers are going to do to a human that's already has enhanced abilities. How much stronger they're going to be as it is. And they go and they kidnap him. Well, the Rangers show up. About 6 of them in total. A couple of the OG Rangers and a couple of the Thunder Rangers. Of course, minus Catherine, because she's the White and Jedi Ranger. And they fight it out. Now, the Jedi Rangers, their power in suit is stronger than the other 11 Rangers. And they kick their butt. Well, they are outnumbered. So they do have some issues with being outnumbered. But then the Shogun, or the White Shogun Zord, shows up. Just the white one, not the others. So they don't have their Megazord. Well, they all enter it to make their escape. And going to TikTok part 2 and carrying on for YouTube and back for TikTok Part 2. Well, they make their escape, and they go to make their escape, and Rocky wants to call the Thunder Megazord. Well, Tommy says he got it, and then we get to see the White Tiger Megazord. But he starts really kicking their butt because the White Tiger Zord is this OP. If you know, you know. Well, Rita tells Catherine to use the rocket jets that are on the Shogun Zord to make their escape. So she hits the button, they start jettisoning out, and as she's making her escape, Tommy uses his boosters to make a jump and grab the Shogun with his Zord. Needless to say, it didn't work too well, and he falls back to the ground. And they make a clean getaway. And they all leave, and then it cuts to the U.S. Army making a news announcement showing all 5 of their Ninjetti Rangers in suit to the world. Now, you may have some questions. How did they not know Catherine was the White Ranger? Because they had to have heard her talk. Voice changers are in the suits. The Ninjetti Rangers actually use the voice changers, unlike the regular Rangers and the Thunder Rangers. Also, Catherine lied to them and told them she was just going to go hang out with her friends back home in San Francisco. They had no reason not to believe her. And how did the U.S. government get by with announcing the Rangers were theirs and not start a war with Russia? Because Russia did not want to admit they made superhumans, or had the ability to make superhumans. So it all balances out. And Carl did a good job of making that balance. He didn't leave any plot holes. And everything is all balanced in the world of his imagination. So, until next time, see y'all later.